Good morning. Good morning. There's some really good news. Bitcoin and Ethereum is getting a really big pump right now. It's 5 o'clock a.m. Central Time where I'm at. And I do like seeing my numbers going up instead of down, as I would imagine everybody likes their numbers going up and not down. Um, this time I didn't sell and I waited, you know, because Bitcoin looked pretty stable. And you can look at Bitcoin, and the stability was kind of an indication that there was gonna be a pump coming eventually, and so it's just a good idea to wait it out instead of pulling out and taking losses. And here was a nice pump right here, really nice. This sets a new high most likely. Um, it'll probably accumulate here for a little bit unless there's another pump coming. But you can see that Ethereum basically does what Bitcoin does. I mean, it don't move unless Bitcoin moves. And I just love to see this go to 2,000, but I'm going to be on the fence about selling it, just cashing out, because Bitcoin approaching that 58,000 mark again, it could very well crash and again. And I would rather not be locked into that crash this time. Um, it's worth it to me to sell at the probably around the 2K mark, because if it does crash, I can buy in again, and I'll actually make a profit coming up. So yeah, I'm up like $60. It's a dropped down to the low 1900s. And I'm getting close to back to what I had before this major Bitcoin meltdown earlier yesterday. Some people think that I've been watching a lot of other videos on YouTube and of other cryptocurrency investors, and some say it'll break through. Some say it's going to crash again and crash hard down to like maybe even 45,000. If it fails to keep failing to break through that 58K mark, it may go into a correction, and then it's going to be a big drop and a little while before it ever comes back up to these levels. That's why I'd rather just sell out, take my money, and I don't care if I only make $10 off of this, and I miss out on, if it does break through, I might miss out on that run, bull run upward, and that's okay. But I'd rather not take the risk, and that's just me. I'm gonna go for the guaranteed profit and avoid the risk. So I'm hoping within the next couple hours this goes up. But it's 5 a.m. and America's going to be waking up, and if they see if they bought in on the dip and they see that they can make a good profit, they might just sell out and cause a kind of downturn or a bear run when people start waking up and checking their Coinbase and the different exchanges. Keep going, keep climbing. But yeah, if you would have bought in, I might just hold out when I do sell. I'm just gonna wait for another crash. I mean, whenever that takes, I'm gonna set me a limit, a couple limit buy orders at different ranges on some my different portfolios, I guess, and just wait for that. Because if you would have bought it at like 1800, and I would have put this value in here and down here, I would have made a good profit coming up to 2000, real good profit. And then I could just get out, and I don't have to sit here and wait for these swings in the market whenever a whale decides to take a dive in Bitcoin or make Bitcoin dive. So this is a little early morning update. The market's on the recovery, but be on the lookout for another major crash. And it could go either way. It could either go and push Bitcoin up to 60,000, 62, 63,000, or it could be another major sell-off if another whale decides they want to liquidate. And that's what happened here. Someone sold, I think, 150 coins at one time in that hour. And that's what caused the big drop. And also you have bots, right? So the bots see that drop and they pile on. And causing a very quick downturn into Bitcoin. And also the bots react to that. And, they'll pull out of all their positions in the other coins like Ethereum. As you can see, this is the Ethereum chart on 5 minutes. And if you look at Bitcoin, I would imagine, just like I've been saying, it's pretty much exactly the same thing. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Doesn't look much different, does it? So I was at 1570 range or 1567 whenever this drop occurred in Bitcoin yesterday and brought everything else down with it. And I'm going to be approaching that once we get up to the 1990s range in the price. Just because I bought in whenever that crash was happening, I did buy in on the way down. I just, I even got some at 1919. But the bottom just went so much further than I thought it would on that dip. And that was the second biggest dip this month, I think, is what people have been saying. Now, this is one of the bigger dips in the Bitcoin in the past month. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it, especially since it's 500 away. Let's zoom out to the 15-minute chart here. Where's the all-time high? 1 hour. Oh, so we're at the one. We're at the all-time high right now. So it's either about to crash, and I better get ready to sell because it's either going to push through or it's going to crash. And the moment it gets ready to crash, I am cashing out. I am not riding that wave downhill again. So I am literally ready. I'm watching Bitcoin in another screen now because it seems to have a kind of a slight delay before it does hit Ethereum. It's very slight, but it lags right behind Bitcoin. I'm also watching the depth chart and stuff like that and the order book on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is so far holding steady at 57.379. 379, come on. If Bitcoin pushes up, then Ethereum's going to go up too and pretty much skyrocket with it. And I would love to ride that wave up, but I'm not riding the wave down either. So don't panic. Don't panic. And don't FOMO. That's what they call it, FOMOing. Even if I lose $20 or whatever because that last dip, that's fine. There'll be more opportunities to make some money. Bitcoin's still holding. So is Ethereum. Come on, break through. Break through. Break through upwards. Give us a green bar. All we need now is a green bar. And it's going to be looking good. It might happen if there's no whales on. Oh, I don't like this depth chart fluctuation. No, stay steady. Stay steady. I got my finger on the trigger. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's go back to the 1 minute, see what's happening. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. Green bars is what I want to see right now. Come on, Bitcoin. That's a good sign. Not a good sign. Good sign? Not a good sign. Okay, good sign. Good sign. Come on. Oh man, this is intense. Bitcoin is just like in a struggle right now. I mean, it's just barely moving out of the 57,350 to 60 range, 40 to 60 range. It's just hovering there. I think that if a crash is coming, it's gonna be coming very soon. That or a breakout. I mean, I've never seen it struggle this hard right now to make any kind of move one way or the other. Besides when it was at its peak value, and then both times previously it crashed down by a couple of $1,000, and it took Ethereum down with it every time. I mean, if you think about it, how is that even possible? Like for it to be so exact to Bitcoin, it has to be bots. You know, they're all doing the same thing or close to the same thing. Come on, green bars are at least a ray of hope right now. I'm scared to take my finger off the trigger button here because when if it does drop, it's gonna drop fast, and I wanna click that, put that order in. I could set a limit order, but I don't like to do that in these kind of situations. I'd rather just eyeball it because it could go down and then swing up again. I mean, it could go down and hit my limit order and then pop right back up. So see, like, look at that. Come on, come on. I might be holding my finger on the trigger button for a minute here. Come on. All we need is a whale to put a little bit on Bitcoin right now, and it'll break through. But none of them are gonna probably do that when it's at its like absolute peak value. They're more likely to sell than they are to buy, causing enormous dip in the value. There's upward pressure though on the Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin, you can see that there's a lot of upward pressure. It's slow, but it's there. On the 1 minute, we got green step ladder going on Bitcoin. Pretty much almost mirrors Ethereum. Come on. We got a green bar on Bitcoin. That's a positive sign. A green candlestick. Almost no wick on it. It's like the battle of the century going on right now between buyers and sellers. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Keep going. Keep going to 2000. So Bitcoin's all-time high is 57,800. So it still has $300 to go before it reaches its absolute peak value again. And right when that happens, that's when you're going to have like we're going to figure out if this thing's going up or down. Wait, I think that's right. Hang on. 57,000. 512. No, so it's at its peak value. It just actually exceeded it earlier. And it went down slightly, but now it's climbing back up again. It didn't crash. So I'm thinking this might be the moment that it breaks through and heads towards 60K maybe. I'm hoping. Because I'll definitely make some money. Yeah, and I've noticed too, a lot of times you see these crosses, a whole lot of them like this. That's when you know something's about to give, one way or the other. You can do all the technical analysis you want, and you can get good ideas about the long trends of this, but like, there's no one that can judge whether or not a whale is going to come on here and decide, you know what, this is the peak value, and I'm just going to liquidate. And that person will basically take out their bitcoins, sell their bitcoins, causing a drop and preventing, another breakout in the positive. Just like what happened yesterday. That's definitely not something that you can predict. And they're definitely not going to advertise that anywhere to anyone because they would cause the price to drop, which would hurt their bottom line. So it would definitely be a big secret until it happens. See this right here? Bitcoin had a little bit of a drop, but now we got a very, very slight step ladder in the positive. So I'm still holding out hope. Come on. This might take a while, though. I don't know. I would imagine something's going to happen pretty soon. It may drop slightly and then go back up even higher. I'm willing to hold out over a couple bucks, one way or another. You know, if it goes down $5, whatever, it's worth that to me. Is worth the risk of the potential bull run that would follow the breakout. Now, folks, I'm not giving anyone any financial advice. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm not telling you to invest in crypto or anything of that nature. I'm just showing you what I am doing. I don't like seeing those red flashes. As long as I'm not seeing them on Bitcoin, we're good. I start seeing some red flashes like that on Bitcoin, I might just panic, hit this button. Let's see what we got here. And here's the pump right here. Oops. Ooh, ooh, that's not good. Oh yeah, Bitcoin just took a big swing down. So look, I bet Ethereum follows right behind it. From what I've seen on YouTube, most people think it's either going to go up pretty strongly or down pretty strongly. When it either breaks through or crashes again, it's going to be probably a pretty big swing one way or the other. Better keep my finger on the trigger button. It's not looking too good at the moment, unless something changes. We got a lot of downward pressure on Bitcoin. It's trending in the wrong direction. I don't like leaving my money in here too because I like to play the dips, and this market runs 24/7, and it's been a lot of times that some of these dips have occurred late at night. But the market did recover really fast, so there's that. Seems to be holding steady. Let's see what Litecoin is doing. 230. Playing this game definitely will help you master controlling your fear and greed. You got to take your emotions out of it. Just keep your eye on your target. Know your limits. Be patient. Ooh, that actually didn't move it very much. That's a pretty good sign. So if Bitcoin gets another pump like it did earlier, that caused this pump here, then this is Ethereum will definitely, I would imagine, go to 2,000 or higher, which will be good for me since I got some positions around that range. That means these positions will break even, and all these positions that I bought during the dip yesterday will make money. Because I started doing a new strategy where I'm playing long with 50% of my capital, and I'm keeping 50% out, so that if I'm on, and I'm on my computer all the time, during the dip I can buy at the bottom and make a profit on the way up, and that way I'm not fully invested, and I can still make money and take on less risk. The problem with Coinbase though is your fees. Is their fees? Like you have to do a lot of volume to get your fees down. I mean, if I could get down to the 0.25 and then I'd only pay like $4 or something, that wouldn't be too bad. Then you could actually make some money on these smaller swings. But without those lower fees, it's really, really difficult to make money on these smaller swings. I mean, you're talking about not that much, a dollar or two, maybe less than that, even when you're dealing with like $1,500, because you gotta, for me, I gotta spend 540 to sell and 540 to buy in. So the swing has to be more profitable than $10. The only winner there is Coinbase. Coinbase is making all the money. Anyway, I'm gonna log off here, guys. Just keep an eye on it if you're wanting to liquidate before another dip occurs. Uh, I'd be paying attention to it today and this morning over the next couple hours. This could drag out. This is turning out to be one of the slower uh, nail biting times because it's just kind of slugging along. Bitcoin's showing a downtrend though, but that could very easily turn around. Anyway, I wish you all a good and pleasant and a blessed day, and I wish you all the best in your trading. Oh no, oh no. Someone just sold a little bit of Bitcoin. It's bringing back up though. Yeah. Usually when it's like this, the last couple times I've seen, something big happens. You see that? Like, I was sitting there watching Bitcoin, and there was about a 3 second delay for that drop. Bitcoin dropped, and about 2.5 seconds later, that same exact value nearly reflected on Ethereum. If somebody would turn all these bots off for a minute, Bitcoin would go to the moon. See, right now it's looking kind of bearish for Ethereum, but I'm looking at Bitcoin. I'm not really looking at Ethereum as my indicator of what I should be doing. See, I kind of figured it was going to go up because I see Bitcoin going up and Ethereum lags slightly behind it. That gives you an edge, actually. A very narrow edge, but it's still an edge, considering how fast things can go up or down. Bitcoin has a pretty nice step ladder going on in the positive direction, so that's a good sign that Ethereum is going to be right behind it, especially if it keeps going up any higher and breaks through right here. Then you'll definitely see some upward momentum in Ethereum too. I'm going to go ahead and guess to like mid 70s, 80 range if Bitcoin manages to make it up to this level of support around 57,450 to 500. If you look at Bitcoin and you look at what happened earlier, right, just before this pump, you had a little bit of a pump here, and then it was kind of a slight downturn and kind of an accumulation for a little while, and very slightly in the bullish direction here, and then you had just a big pump. And if you look, it's looking kind of similar. You got a slight downtrend here, and now we're getting a good potential upward momentum. And as you can see, you also have Ethereum doing the same thing, basically. That's why I'm looking at the chart here, and I'm saying if Bitcoin goes to 17.5 or 57.5, then I'm going to say that Ethereum is going to be at 1970. Just because it's pretty predictable what the bots are going to do. I mean, if you stare at these charts long enough, you can see what the bots are doing. Oh, that sucks. Someone just erased all the gains. Oh no, not good. It's not looking good for Bitcoin at the moment. Looks like we're continuing this downward trend. There's a little more volatility in the Ethereum trend, but it's basically nearly the same trend line. That's a nice looking healthy candlestick. I like those. Keep going. Bitcoin looks like it's about to turn around a little bit. What I could do right now is sell half. That way, if it goes up and there's a bull run and it breaks through, I win. If it drops and the bottom falls out of the market, I can re-enter at the bottom and make my money that way on the way back up with the other half. In either case, as long as I have capital to get in and I get in close to the very bottom, I win. And I'm not locked out of the market, waiting on it to come back up to my previous position. So I can at least either break even. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm in this to make some money. That's a good looking healthy candlestick there. Kind of surprising because Bitcoin's showing a red candlestick. Bitcoin falls. This is going to be a race. I'm just going to make a little prediction there. This gain that's happening right now in Ethereum. You're about to see a bunch of sellers come on Ethereum. The bots are going to sell at this price up here because they can make a profit in a swing. The bots do a lot of trading, and so they're going to have a lot lower fees, and they can actually make money on smaller swings when they have those high volume and the lower fees. In other words, they're just rewarded for making Coinbase a ton of money. Every single one of these trades, Coinbase is just making a fortune, man. Just a fortune. And besides just having a piece of software, they really don't have to do a lot for it. They just collect money. Oh, that's not good. Bitcoin just dropped big time. It's bringing back up a little bit. I'm not really liking the way this is going right now. Short of someone coming on and pumping up Bitcoin, this is not a good trend for the short term. Time will tell, though. Bitcoin just went down by a couple hundred, so that's not good. I don't like this at all. Seeing a lot of sell volume on Bitcoin. I think I might be getting ready to just cut my losses. And wait for a buy-in opportunity. If Bitcoin doesn't show some positive action soon. no. Yeah, if I can just get it, if it goes back up to the 60 plus range, I'm going to take out half. And it's 0.39. I'll probably let the other half ride. So it'll either go down with the ship or it'll ride the bull run that follows the breakout. In either case, I'll have some capital to invest. Bitcoin's got a little bit of a bull run going on the 1 minute chart, so I would imagine that here, if it continues, then Ethereum should go up and not down. Bitcoin's getting a nice little boost right now, so we should see a boost in Ethereum. There it is. There it is. There's the boost. Just like I was saying, there's a delay, a little bit of a delay behind what Bitcoin's doing. Now the candlestick, it looks literally exactly the same on Ethereum right now on the 1 minute chart as it does on Bitcoin. It's literally the same exact candlestick with the same wick and everything. So if you want a little bit of an edge in the market, be watching Bitcoin. And if it drops and you're wanting to get out of your position, be ready to sell as soon as Bitcoin drops, and you can probably catch it before it drops on Ethereum if you're quick enough. This is a little bit of a positive sign here. Bitcoin's still going up. That's why we're seeing some good movement. Positive with Ethereum. So I'm going to watch it for a little while longer, especially since Bitcoin's got a good little step ladder going, bullish step ladder on the 1 minute. So we should be seeing Ethereum and not too long coming up to 170, or at least 1970. Oh yeah, okay. So we got some movement on Bitcoin now. Here we go. Yeah, if something don't happen, I'm just gonna take out half and let the other half ride. I'm not watching another one of these up and down cycles. And I'm not gonna stare at these candlesticks all day long either, waiting for it to happen. I got some a good looking depth chart on Bitcoin right now, though. Good enough for me. It could very well climb, but I'm done watching this for a little while, so I'm gonna let the other half do what it does. It's gonna run with the market.